Memory is a strange and wonderful thing. After more than 70 years, I can still recall the days of my childhood as clearly as if they'd just taken place. There I am, walking along 7th Avenue, back then one of Harlem's grand thoroughfares, full of life. The year was 1919, and a new kind of music was being played. My mother had sent me out to buy a loaf of bread with strict orders to make it quick. But I loved the light at this time of day, so I took as long as I could. Those were troubled times for the neighborhood, but at that moment, everything seemed peaceful.
Children are the hope of our future.
There was a voice I knew well. It belonged to the father of my friend, Thomas Waller.
And we must resist the temptations of the devil.
The preacher was the most serious man I knew. A man who spoke of the devil as if he knew him personally.
Make sure that we do not become sidetracked by the
I really should be getting home. Mama's going to be awfully mad if I'm late.
Rose Scott was a girl exactly my own age, but she lived way at the other end of town.
Rose, I'm going tonight to the Lincoln Theater in Harlem. One of my clients, a juggler, is performing at tonight's show.
Daddy, can I come with you tonight?
No, Rose, we've been through this before. Nightclubs and theaters are no place for a little girl.
But I never see you. I'm so lonely here. Can't I come this once?
I'm afraid not, honey. Mrs. Potter will keep you company. In fact, I think she's in the kitchen right now making you something special for dinner. Good night, honey.
Doesn't understand.
Rose's papa was a talent scout. Every night he'd go out in search of someone he could help become a big star in vaudeville. It was a lonely life for Rose. She had no mama, no brothers or sisters, no real friends. And you've got to remember there was no TV in those days.
He hasn't gotten into the car yet. I wonder.
Rose held her breath, trying not to make a sound that would give her away.
Hello, Lucinda.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Waller. I like your singing. Must be going to join the preacher at church. Now's a good time for a visit.
Hey, Lucy, how are you? How's your mother? How's your sisters? How's your brothers? How's your uncle? How's your landlord?
Hello, Tom. Please play some more. I heard you from outside. It was so beautiful.
Show Lucy how you play that thing when you're in school.
I don't know, Naomi.
Aw, come on, Fats, do it. This is great. Wait till you hear. Fats is afraid to play it for you because our Papa says that jazz is the devil's own music, and that if he ever catches his son playing it, Mom and Papa will be ours. They'll never know. Please.
Better wait here till he comes out. If I surprise him now, he might take me home. Phew, it's hot in here. Maybe I'll just have a peek around.
Rose started to walk down the avenue. It was that lovely time between the worlds of night and day, the moment when you feel anything might happen. At the corner of my street, she turned without really knowing why. Suddenly, there was the happiest, jumpiest music Rose had ever heard. It was, of course, Thomas Fats Waller, shaking up the neighborhood with the razzle-dazzle of his jazzy piano playing.
Hello? Hello? Are you lost? Oh, no. My father is a talent scout. He's going to tonight's show at the Lincoln Theater. I'm gonna meet him there. Really? I'm going there tonight, too. We always go to the Friday night show. Wanna come up till it's time? I live right here. You think it would be all right? Sure. Come on up. My name's Lucinda, but everyone calls me Lucy. Hi, Lucy. I'm Rose. There's a lot of steps, I know.
Lucinda, where have you been? It's been hours since I sent you out for that parade. Who is this?
My new friend Rose. Her papa's a talent scout. She's going to meet him at the Lincoln. She can come with us, can't she, Mama?
Well, we're almost ready. Ruby, Albert, Jasmine, Anatole.
Where are you going? Mama said you were to stay home and help me mind the baby.
Sorry, sis, I gotta go.
You're going to the Lincoln, aren't you? A movie house and a vaudeville theater? Thomas Waller.
The devil's own living room.
Papa will have a fit if he finds out.
Then he better not find out.
Well, he won't find out from me.
Where's my notebook? Must have left it in the car. What's this? Oh, no. Rose! Rose! Excuse me, have you seen a little girl about this high? Red hair?
Tom loved the Lincoln. Couldn't go near it without aching to be inside. It wasn't just the movies that brought him here, though he enjoyed them well enough. What he loved most was watching Miss Mullins play the piano. Now, you have to understand that back in those days, the movies didn't come with sound. Oh, you'd see the actors' lips moving all right, but you had to imagine what they were saying. And of course, without a soundtrack, there was no music. So, without someone like Miss Mullins playing the piano right there in the theater while the film was running, the movies would have been truly silent and a whole lot less exciting.
Hi, Miss Mullins.
Hello, Tom.
Why don't you take a little break? I'll take over for you.
Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure.
For weeks, Miss Mullins had been teaching Tom everything she knew about playing piano for the movies. She knew she could trust him not to make a mistake.
Hello?
Rose, this is my Uncle Charles.
Pleased to meet you, Rose. How did you happen to wind up alone on our street?
My father is a
It
talent
was
scout.
then that we learned about Rose's secret ride.
Do you mean to say that your daddy isn't expecting you at the Lincoln tonight?
I imagine he'll be quite surprised. Oh, wait. Rose is on an adventure.
Charles, we've got to do something.
Well, we're taking her to the theater. Maybe her father will be there.
At the back of the Lincoln, Miss Mullins found Miss Downs, the theater manager, worked up in a dither.
What's wrong, Miss Downs?
It's Mr. Piper, the organist. He's just called in to say that he's too sick to play tonight's show. And the first act goes on in 5 minutes. You don't by any chance play the organ, do you?
No, but I know someone who does, and he's right here. Thomas Waller. He's been playing the last part of the movie. I bet you couldn't tell.
Oh, he's just a boy. And besides, a huge double manual pipe organ is not the same thing as a piano.
Tom plays the organ at church. His father's the preacher. Give him a chance, Miss Downs. You won't be sorry.
I suppose I don't have much choice, do I? All right.
Excuse me.
Rose's father was beside himself with worry. He asked everyone he could find if they had seen a little girl wandering all alone.
A little girl, about this high. Blue eyes. Excuse me, have you seen a little girl about this
Finally,
high?
one man said he had. She had turned right at the next block, he recalled.
Here we are. Let's find out if your father's come yet, Rose.
Mr. Scott had not been seen. Now my mother was really worried.
Are you sure this is where your father is supposed to be?
Oh, yes. He'll be here sooner or later.
Well, then, maybe the best thing would be for you to stay with me until he gets here.
In a moment, we'd all be inside the theater, and Rose would be left outside. There was a good chance I'd never see her again. We had just met, and yet somehow it seemed we had always been friends. I knew I had to do something.
Couldn't my friend come in and watch the show with us? When her father comes, you could tell him we'll meet him out here after the show. Oh, yes, please.
We could do that.
I guess that's as good a plan as any. All right.
Come on, Rose. You're gonna love this.
Excuse me. I've lost my daughter. Do you by any chance recall letting in a little girl about this high, red hair, blue eyes?
Oh, she just went into the theater.
What?
2 minutes ago.
Oh, bless your soul. That's wonderful. Thank you. Rose! Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Rose! Rose! Sorry. Rose.
Bravo. You did very well.
Thanks.
Listen, Tom. Mr. Piper, the organist, is sick. Miss Downs wants you to play the organ for the intermission show. If you do well, I have a hunch you might just land yourself a regular paying job here.
Oh, Miss Mullins, that's what I want more than anything in the world.
Rose!
Daddy!
I didn't know how I was ever going to find you.
Papa, this is Lucy.
Hi.
And her brothers and sisters, and her mama and her Uncle Charles.
Hello, Mr. Scott.
Glad to meet you.
You should be washing those dishes, not spitting. Hey, look! Down there playing the organ. It's Fats.
All right, look who it is. Go for it, Fats. Keep going. Go, go.
That's my neighbor, Tom Waller. You should hear him play jazz on the piano. He's great.
Hey, Fats, play it like you do at school. Make it rock.
Yeah, Fats, make it rock.
Make it rock, Fats. Make it rock. 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 Make it rock.
This kid has talent.
You've got to play some more of that, son. We've never had a response like this.
And so Fats played for all the acts that followed. No one had ever heard jazz played on the organ because no one had ever played it. Fats was the first, and that night at the Lincoln was the first time.
My bracelet.
Fats got that job at the Lincoln. Played the organ for the vaudeville acts, and sometimes he played the piano for the movies, too.
Was his father very angry with him when he found out?
Oh, yes, he was. For a while. But soon after that, Fats started writing, singing, playing, and recording the dozens of songs that were to make him famous.
Are those the old records you like to play?
That's right, honey. Everybody loved that music. Even the preacher, though it did take him a while to come around. You know, I saw Fats Waller perform many, many times. But my favorite memory of him playing is the night I also made a great friend. Your great-grandma, Rose. That glorious night at the Lincoln.